availability and adoption. Also mention some steps taken by government in this regard. Very importantly, three particular aspects of this question. A, generic medicine in the context of India. B, generic medicines and the problems associated with them in terms of their adoptability and availability. And C, is the government doing anything about promoting generic medicines? Because it flows from the first part. Because in the first part you would be establishing why is it required. Alright. So clearly three parts of this question. Again reading it. Highlighting the need for generic medicines in India. 1. Give an account of reasons behind the lower availability and adoption. 2. Also mention some steps taken by government in this regard. Clearly, you know that there are at least two segments to this question which can be stretched into three segments. Alright, so how would you write about it? If you don't know anything about generic medicines, then I can't say that you need to do anything about it, but you must know that India is one of the largest producers and exporters of generic medicine. 20% of global supply of generic medicines comes from India. Plus, you also know that healthcare cost in India is increasing. That is one of government's concern. All right. You also know that 85% of total health expenditure is out of pocket, out of which most significant proportion is spent on medicines. Generic medicines are important because they are a low cost option for the branded equivalent. They are similar in their efficacy. They are similar in terms of the dosage. They are similar in terms of the method of intake. But the only difference is price. So the low price of generic medicine means that A, it would help India to reduce its health expenditure, which right now is coming out of pocket. B, since we have a generic industry in India, which is basically one of the most important sectors in terms of exports, by promoting generic medicine in India, you are creating demand for generic medicine and thus helping the generic pharmacy sector in India. All right, both internally as well as making them export worthy. Because we know that organizations such as Medicine Sans Frontier, MSF, call India as the pharmacy of the world. Because it is cheap generic medicine produced in India, which has been helpful in poorer countries such as Africa or African countries in dealing with pandemics such as HIV/AIDS. All right. So this is the first part. Clearly, we established the significance of generic medicines in India in two important sections. One, it reduces the cost of Medicare in India, which is a key concern for Government of India. Two, it incentivizes the generic pharmacy sector or pharma sector in India, which has an external impact as well in terms of India's export standing. That is the first thing that we did. How do you start this question? You can simply start with the definition of what a generic medicine is. All right. So once you do that, you can quickly move on to the crux of the question, which is establish why it is needed in India. And now the next part, which is the most interesting part. Why is it facing problems in terms of availability and in terms of adaptation? Availability meaning supply side. All right. Adoption meaning behavior of people, whether they are buying it, whether they are aware of it, whether it is being prescribed, or so on and so forth. So there are very important reasons. For example, poor supply chain. Generic medicine are not as easily available, as easily marketed. You go to any pharmacy, the most probable medicine that you will get is the brand version. All right. So poor supply chain, that is one side in terms of availability. Then what you can write is strict IPR regime. Generic medicines can generally only be produced in India at cheaper cost when their patents expire. If they have been developed externally by multinational corporations, investing millions or billions of US dollars in research, in clinical trials, the companies then have the right to derive benefits by commercial sale of those medications, and once the patent expires, you get to produce the generic version of it. All right. So strict IPR restrictions, especially in developed countries, and even now in India, the IPR practices are changing. which have an impact on the availability of generic medication. And then low visibility. There are expectations that pharmacies would showcase generic medicines separately. They would inform the people that generic medicines are available, you can buy them. But generally what you would see is they do not have much commercial incentive in doing this. So what you would find is, go to any pharmacy, you would not find generic medicines displayed separately. So that is the low visibility. And then high margins which are involved in pharma industry. Branded drug versions provide higher margins, meaning higher profits to both manufacturers as well as sellers of these medicines, which is not the case with the generic medicine industry, because as it is being sold at lower cost, sometimes as low as compared to the brand equivalent 70% lower cost, at least 50% lower cost. So that means you do not have extra money for marketing, you are not competing well, all right, because of the low margins and low incentives. This is in terms of availability. Now what is the problem in terms of adaptation? In recent times, there has been concern about quality check and standards of generic medicines being produced. All right. So those concerns primarily would deter anyone from adopting generic medicine. You are buying a medicine, a brand equivalent you would trust. Probably you are buying from Abbott, or you are buying from say GSK. All right. Or any other brand company, you would trust it. But if you are buying from an unknown brand, you would always have this concern in mind whether it is as effective as compared to the brand version or not. So this is where it is argued that poor quality standards or poor quality check standards deter the adoptability or deter people from adopting generic medications. That is one problem that we have to address, either by increasing skilled manpower in pharma sector, all right, so that every batch, every medication, every formulation can go through standard quality checks. Now, then you will find is non-prescription, meaning if you go and ask a pharmacist, he would say that we only provide those medications which are prescribed by the doctors. And doctors generally are not prescribing generic versions of medicine, they are prescribing the brand names. There can be various reasons. One can be they are incentivized by medical companies, but that is what is happening. Non-prescription is a major reason that is identified by everybody involved here. And then there is low awareness among people. People either are not aware that the cheaper generic version of brand names are available, all right, and you would not find TV ads or other marketing tools making people aware of the availability of generic medication. So low awareness is also one of the particular issues. All right. Sometimes the pharmacist will tell you that given the cheaper cost, the people believe that the cheaper version would be inferior to the costlier version. All right. So awareness related issues. Now, what are the steps which have been taken by the Government of India? You would move on to the next part because you would not have much time to write. So, Government of India has a clear policy wherein it incentivizes the prescription of generic medication. All right. MCI and other institutions have a clear expectation that the doctors would be prescribing generic medication. All right. And then Drug Technical Advisory Board, this is a government body, Drug Technical Advisory Board, has an expectation that the pharmacies would showcase and inform the people that generic medications are available. Generic equivalents are available. This is something that is there. And then there is something called the Pharma Vision 2020 that the Government of India has adopted. The Pharma Vision 2020 aims at making India a leading country in end-to-end manufacturing of pharmaceuticals. All right. So these are various steps that the Government of India has taken, and most importantly, in recent times, you must have seen that various Jan Aushadhi Kendras have opened up. All right. What is the purpose of Jan Aushadhi Kendras? Basically, selling or making available cheaper generic version of drugs to the common people. So Jan Aushadhi scheme or Jan Aushadhi Kendras are also intervention made by the Government of India. All right. Then expectation by MCI or expectation by the Drug Technical Advisory Board that doctors would prescribe generic medications more and more. B, pharmacies would showcase generic medications separately. All right, these are certain steps which have been taken by Government of India, and of course the vision of Pharma Vision 2020, which aims at incentivizing the generic drugs manufacturing industry. So now when you've reached here, you might also like to put forward a suggestion at the end. So what would be your suggestion? General suggestions can be India needs to invest more in terms of both R&D as well as quality check of for making generic medicine more affordable as well as reliable. एक तो जनरल एडवाइस हो गई. दूसरी आप टेक्निकल एडवाइस दे सकते हैं कि देयर इज अ नीड टू डिफाइन व्हाट जेनरिक मेडिसिन इज अंडर द ड्रग्स एंड cosmetics rules 1945. This is one of the major laws that exists, drugs and cosmetics rule 1945, but it does not define what generic medicine is. So the definition of generic medicine would help in the promotion of generic medicine. So you can give specific advice of this kind as well. All right, was the flow of the answer clear to you? Content is available everywhere. You can add your own suggestions in terms of why it is not being available as it should be or why is it not being adopted as it should be. All right, आपने भी कुछ पढ़ा होगा, लिखा होगा, है ना? कुछ बातें आपके आंसर में भी दी हुई हैं, कुछ नई बातें मैंने भी आपसे जोड़ने के लिए कह दी. ठीक है. So again, this question could have been easily answered. आसान था, देखने में मुश्किल लगता है. What are the sources? Sources are always sources like PIB. All right, government sources, because the government has a specific policy regarding this. All right. Now, let's basically talk about, you have other points in the answer. If you have any other suggestions or problems, you can always raise those problems. इसीलिए discussion में आते हैं ना हम लोग. So, if you have any doubts, any problems, apart from what I have told, what is there in the answer, if there is something that you have read, अगर आपको लिखते समय कोई मुश्किल हुई, if you face any problems during writing, नहीं, sure.
IPR का जो point है, apart from the fact that only after patent is expired they can manufacture. So, what do they mean by restrictive IPR regime?
Again, as I said, that we are increasingly changing our IPR regime. For example, though we allow for compulsory licensing, but then there is a debate whether compulsory licensing should be a last tool of last resort, or should it be made generally available. All right. So restrictive IPR regime simply means the way the globe is moving towards stringent IPR demands. All right. In any free trade agreement that we have, you would find the countries would like us to go beyond TRIPS. All right, TRIPS plus kind of provisions, and we say that we are TRIPS compliant. So this competition is always going. On the one hand, India has to showcase that its IPR enforcement is stringent. On the other hand, it has to take care of the health of the people. All right. On the one hand, there is the commercial aspect. On the other hand, there is the public good aspect.